Sean Dempsey's little brother. Brendan, come on up, buddy.
You deserved it. I killed a little bunny. I hit it with my car. I was driving at night. Just ran out in front. No, but seriously though, I really did kill a little bunny. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to start out with that one, but that other guy took my my calculus and female condoms jokes. He just stole them, so I didn't know how to start it out. And like I had a backup. Like if anyone stole that, I was going to pull out a banana and just start eating it, but that didn't work. But no, I don't know. Has anyone ever hit an animal before, like driving? Yes, you in the back. Was it human? What is that? Yeah, just throw it. Is that a banana? And just for the record, some physical comedy. Now I know why you never see that. Ouch. Oh. No, but seriously. Seriously. Has anyone ever hit an animal before? Seriously though? Anyone? You're a little blurry. You're my friend, I know you. What did you hit? A mouse? At night? You were driving and you hit a mouse? Did you see it? Did you go like, oh my gosh, a mouse! Holy God! I am a monster. Because you should have. No, so I was driving at night. I was on my way to a party with a friend, and have you ever seen those insurance commercials where the guys are driving and they're chatting it up? You know, they're like, yes, I'm going to this party tonight. You know, it's gonna be cool, I guess. The other guy's like, yeah, I think I'm going to that too. That's McKay's party. He's like, yeah, he's a cool guy. Yeah, the other night I was over there. I guess they were watching some movie. He's like, yeah, what are they watching over there? I was over there. I popped in briefly, but I was like, what are they watching? He's like, yeah, it was some Chinese movie about like all this kickboxing or something. It's like, oh yeah, that's really cool. I was like, yeah, but I don't know. So I was at this party and I don't know, we were watching this movie and BAM! They're owned by a semi. You ever seen those commercials? Do you know what I'm talking about? They're just owned. And you're like, whoa, what? I thought this was going to be a commercial for like, I don't know, whatever they were talking about. I don't know if, I guess they don't really have commercials for Chinese kickboxing movies, but if they did, that's what I would think they would be like, but you don't expect it. It was like that when I hit this little bunny rabbit. I mean, well, it was kind of like, it had the same effect. It was more just like, you know, whoa, what the heck was that? You see that? But it, you know, internally, spiritually, it had the same effect. It was like, no, but I was with a friend at the time. You know, it's one thing if you're just driving and you hit an animal, and you know, like you can't look around like, whoa, did anyone see that? All right, good and cool. I just took an animal's life and no one saw it, but that's good, okay. But little do you know that there's like a small child that was like going out to get the mail that saw you do it. And then they're going to make a movie about it in like 20 years. It's like, you know, this kid's going to come and kill you. And it's going to say like, I know what you did. You killed that bunny rabbit, you sick freak, because you've been hiding it up and you've been guilty your entire life. And you have like pictures of bunny rabbits on your wall, and people come in, they're like, why do you have all these pictures of bunny rabbits on your wall? And you just have to say, you've put yourself in a very awkward situation. Because if you didn't put them there, you wouldn't have to, try and make up some weird excuse. But it's very strange now. You're like, I don't know why I have those there. I didn't hit a bunny rabbit, but you did. You sick monster. That's me. Anyway. So, but I'm with my friend Kayla at the time. And just so you know a little bit about Kayla, she's been known to help ants cross the street. I'm serious. I'm not joking. Like if she's walking and she sees like ants crossing the street and like the perils of traffic are coming at them, she will like stop traffic. What's that movie with the person that stops the traffic? They do something like that. What's that? It's the Titanic? No, I don't. Anyway, but it's like that. She will stop traffic and she will like usher these ants to freedom. Because she's a big animal person, I guess is what I'm getting at. I have total respect for that too. I personally am not like that, but I don't think we have enough ants, and the more you can save, the better. But she's a vegan; she doesn't eat meat or anything that comes from an animal. So just so you know, like the worst possible driving companion you could choose, like when you're mowing down Roger Rabbit, because even if it was the bunny's fault, by the way, even if it was, I'm just gonna throw that out there. It could have been, all right. I was going the speed limit, But you're not supposed to run out in front of the road. That was its fatal flaw. And if you're going to do that, avoid my tire, because that's just dumb. But, so if something like this, I'm driving along, and then, oh my gosh, and then you hear that like, well, it's kind of like, whoa, like one of your tires kind of, this is really gross, I'm sorry. But your kind of tire goes up, and then she's like, oh my gosh, did you hit it? Did you hit it? We have to go back! Did you? And then we go back, and we have to find the rabbit, and she's like, it's still warm. And what do you say to that? You can't say anything to that, It's like, well, I was aiming for the old woman and the woman with the baby in her arms, but I just, I hit the bunny instead. You can't, So it was an awkward experience, and compounding the issue was we were heading to a party, and you just really can't get your funk on after you've hit a bunny rabbit. You can't get jiggy, when you've taken young rodent life, added carcass to the streets of Earth. So we're at this party, and it's a very depressing thing. It was at a house that had like a child daycare in it, and it had this phone. It was very cathartic, is that the right word? Therapeutic, because on the phone was this little picture of a rabbit. And we're just sitting there in this dark room, and we're all sitting on a couch, because you can't party. You'd be a monster if you're like, yeah, I just killed a rabbit on the way over here, because like, no one would like you after that. Presupposing that they already like you, but so we're sitting in this dark room on this couch, and there's this little, like play school phone right here, and I just kind of reached over and picked it up and dialed the rabbit, and I just told it I was sorry. Yeah, that's very depressing. I don't know why you'd want to. You wouldn't want to tell that to a story. You wouldn't want to tell a story if you were trying to make people laugh, though. So I don't know why I'm telling you that. But so how about TV, huh? There's no segue for what I'm trying to get to, so I'm just gonna jump into it. We got TiVo not too long ago, and TiVo's really great. I know. I'll think of a segue. I was watching television, and this guy mowed down a rabbit. How about television? We got TiVo the other day. And it was great because you could see him do it again and again, and it's just like, oh man, that rabbit went everywhere. But I'm sorry, this is getting gross. But we got to, I like TiVo not so much because of, you know, you get to like watch your shows again and again, but it's really, it's those moments where you get to like pause people in really just awkward faces, and you know, like everyone looks really constipated. There's no such thing. You cannot be photogenic in a TiVo pause, I found. They'll be talking, you know. And it can be the best part is like, it'll be like a really dignified thing. You know, you got Tim Russert up there or something, interviewing someone, and you know, he's like, now what do you think? And you're like, yes, I owned Russert, because there's nothing he can do about that. You know, he thinks he's so great. He's got his little desk and show and copious amounts of money and blood. That's not fair. I don't know if Tim Russert has a lot of blood, like in his basement. Or he might. He might. But anyway, I don't know, I thought that would have been cool, like, if they would have had that back, like, in the 60s, or, you know, like, Nixon could have been, like, resigning. He'd be like, so, effective 8/15, I'm not trying to do an impression here, by the way, so don't, like, you know, follow me for this, but, you know, it's like, if 8/15 effective tomorrow or more, you know, and you just have them. So it kind of puts power back in the hands, more than, like, being able to watch your own show. It puts power back in the hands of the TV viewer, which I think is important. Because we don't really have that very much today. We don't have power. But that might be like a segue if I were going to go on and talk about power, but I'm not going to. I'm going to keep talking about TV. But if I wanted to go that route, I could. Not going to. But TV. No, yeah. Well, I'm sorry. I'll stick with the TiVo thing for now. Might as well. But you know, we're so concerned about how we look. I think a little bit too concerned. You know, we don't. I always find it funny. People are like, you know, don't take a picture of me. Don't take a picture of me. Are you kidding? I'm like, I pull them aside. Or like, you know, I have to like, I take them out of the party and like pull them into the side corridor. I'm like, you know, people can see you. Like, did you know that? Like, we can see you already. So like, I don't see how like taking a picture really changes anything like that. But I guess it's the TiVo effect, is you don't want to be caught like. But I really will. I'll purposely. I will pose for pictures. You know, like stuff like that, or like. I think there's a realism there. Am I not funny enough? Where are you going? What? All right. Well, sorry. Don't let me stop you. All right, can we lock those doors, please? They're not coming back. You know, if I'm funny, they're going to stay. But, you know, oh, no, I had to go to the bathroom. This is ridiculous. Sorry, I'm trying, all right? You like that, huh? I've got banana all over myself. No, but we do. We care too much about how we look. I was talking to a friend, and she was talking to a friend, and they were talking to a friend. I was talking to a friend, and she apparently at her school. It's good. It's got kind of like this floor kind of taste to it now too. But she overheard these people. Oh, okay, good. Yeah, you sit down. Someone from their school was, they're making these Save Darfur t-shirts, you know, to like raise money, sell these t-shirts, raise money, and, you know, a very worthy cause and stuff. Well, she's overhearing these people talk. And this girl's like, oh, I like this shirt, but what am I going to do when the genocide's over? You laugh, but you should cry. Do you understand that you should cry to that? Because implicit in that statement is this thought that you want a genocide to continue because you want to wear a cute shirt. Just think about that, all right? Think about that. There's a certain kind of gross, well, we'll get to that. Hold that thought. But back to TV. And mixing in with that whole thought there's this kind of self-deifying materialism going on. I guess it's been going on since, you know, material. TV? Yeah? Yeah, that's true. Yeah, you're right. You should do this. I don't know why. But it's gross because this mentality is incredibly popular. In fact, someone else brought it up before. There's a show, Super Sweet 16. Have you seen this? Scream, altruism. No. Scream, the Carter administration, if you've seen the show. Yeah, all right, good. That's really cool. I just got like a room of people to scream the Carter administration. I would put that on an application, but I don't know how I would do that. Like a resume right below, worked at Subway for a year. Again, another segue. If I had more time, I would get into that, but I'm not going to use that. I'm going to throw that Segway card out the window. But it's light. It won't hurt anyone when it falls down. It'll just kind of do this. And then someone will walk by and be like, "What? A Segway card? What is this?" Yeah, you're back now, aren't you? Yeah, you wouldn't miss this for the world. Here, come on, have some banana. All right. But anyway, this show, Super Sweet 16, these brats, okay, spending potentially tens of thousands of dollars on these parties, okay? And I'd like you to meet one of them. I have one here tonight. Her name is Cher Hubsher. You've probably met her before. At least not, you've probably seen her before, I should say. Let me get her out. I want a big round of applause for her. She's in a plastic bag as we speak. Come on, baby. I have one of my prom dates here. If you wouldn't have said yes, you would have seen me there with this fine young lady. But this is Cher Hubsher. She was a contestant on the Super Sweet 16, whatever that show is called. She lives in a $2 million castle, and she got a $96,000 Jaguar for her birthday, which she'll probably wreck in a week or so. But numbers like that are interesting, especially when compared to numbers like 40,000 kids are going to die today of malnutrition, or 250,000 kids are going to go blind because they don't have 4 cents worth of vitamin A in their diet. It's interesting. It's interesting to compare it to. But no, this is Cher. She needs a $96,000 Jaguar. And probably she would have asked for her birthday for a Save Darfur t-shirt, but either she doesn't know about it or she too was worried that the genocide would end soon. So I'm just going to do something that I've always wanted to do whenever I watch that show. And you can join in if you want somehow. I don't know if you want to meet me after the show or something and take a nice whack at her. But you watch this and you're like, oh man, if I had her in, I don't know, some kind of dark room when, I don't know, with windows shut. Maybe one window would be open, just to let in a nice breeze, I guess. Because you don't want to be uncomfortable. But if I had her, and so I don't know. I just when you think about things like this, and when you hear numbers like that, you want to do things like this. Does anyone want to try? That feels really great. You can do things. You can say like here's for Darfur, for example. Okay, ooh, sorry about that. You can say here's something for the billion people, the 1/6 of our population that doesn't have adequate housing or no house at all. And it's very therapeutic. The kind of aggression that you get out like that. But anyway. I just always wanted to do that, and thank you for sharing this moment with me. I'm just going to finish her off. Thank you very much. You've been great.
Thank you, Brennan.